Well, good evening, everyone, to Edgeley Park for tonight. Semi-final, second leg between Stevenage. Both clubs are 20 minutes away from an appearance at Wembley. Time and penalties are not required, of course. This one with a narrow one-goal advantage. Stoppage time winner from Ben. Those men have now won 3 of their last, and after finishing third in the final league, automatic promotion. A one-off shot at promotion back for the first time since the early 2000s. Meanwhile, Stevenage will just be final day victory at home to over the weekend to the informed Hatters, though, and 2 draws from those last 4 wins at Edgeley Park this season. Tie is far from over yet. Well, Dave Challoner keeps faith with the Wooten remaining in central defence. Goal is a day. The midfield 2 of Norwood and back. And Osborne, who of course scored that stoppage. So on the bench, Fiorini, Hinchcliffe, Mothers. Well, it's 2 changes. Drop to the bench with Daniel Phillips. Said before the game, it in goal is Marshall, the back 4. Phillipson, Field 2, and Cade and Phillips. Hammond, Bala, Patterson, and Hart. And he'll be assisted Lewis and meanwhile the referee, because of course Stevenage will be season 3 for a 2-1. As for Stockport, well, promotion in if meanwhile have never up in the sides were separated by Stevenage in 6th, best ever league 6. To live audio match County against Stevenage on playoff 7. Going into a huddle. Of course, you've got to do it, haven't you? 4 years ago, Stockport County winning that title. Quick rise for them back into the many a year, especially in the 90s. Look for Stevenage, it's new ground for the shirts, red shorts and white socks. White shorts, and if you have just tuned in, then a as the ball goes out for a throw. Port County on that left, launch forward, goes chance for Eden to do exactly what he just did. And there he goes, launches it down the line for Osborne to hold it up. The goal scorer, of course, from the first leg. He's on the floor at the moment. He's trying to slide the ball back, but in the end he couldn't quite do what he required to do there. And the ball will go out for a throw into Stevenage, right by the corner flag. Well, Stevenage will be kicking from right to left in this first half. Stockport from left to right. There will be a throwing to the visitors. Jasper Pattenden will go over and take it. The former Wickham defender throws it forward, and straight away Stockport on the attack on the edge of the area. Stevenage get it clear, and the ball has found its way through. Could be a chance here. The shot was blocked there. Sidibe was looking to try and fire a shot in there, but good defending by Stevenage, and they hacked the ball clear. But just for a little moment there, the ball almost broke through to the Gambian, Adama Sidibe. Just couldn't quite get his shot away. 6 league goals this season from his 20 league appearances, which he scored in the final day victory over Barnsley. Adama Sidibe. I'm sure Harry would love to get on the score sheet again tonight and be the hero. Well, one thing's for sure, there will be a hero this evening. Who will it be? Which team will get their pathway through to Wembley? As Sidibe is trying to run onto a loose ball, and he's kept it in on that byline down the right hand side. He's pulled the ball back, and that will be a corner to Stockport. Great work there by Sidibe. Well, it looked like the ball was lost on the right side of the byline there inside the Stevenage penalty area, but he did brilliantly well. He recycled it, kept it in, drilled the ball across, and it goes out for a corner to Stockport. So an opportunity here for Stockport to try and get the ball into the mixer here from this right hand side. Early stages he was in a bustle, he was, with Ethan Pye, won that bustle, and then his cross was put behind by Chris Cogley. So it will be a corner to Stockport. It's taken from the right, in it goes, headed clear, put back into the box, chance it, oh, and somehow has he gone off the line? It's still not away, low ball into the box again, and Stevenage clear. Well, they're all over the place at the moment. Oh, Stevenage in these early stages here at Edgeley Park. Stockport really going from the off. And as the corner was whipped in towards the back post, well, Stevenage thought they got rid of it at first of all. And then the ball was shimmied back into the box, and it was Louis Barry who got on the end of it. He's on the edge of the 6-yard box, strokes the volley with his right foot. And that is a fine save there. Oh, Marshall in the Stevenage goal, gets his legs to it, strong left leg as well, and manages to get the ball clear. But Stockport coming within a whisker of taking the lead here at Edgeley Park. Well, he's had an impressive season, Philip Marshall. He signed from Aston Villa back last year. 19 clean sheets from 46 league games this season. He kept 16 in his loan spell with Crewe the season before that from the same amount of games. So it takes a little bit to get past him. And well, you could certainly see he was on fine form there, denying the Stockport man Louis Barry, who of course he may well know from Aston Villa days. Louis Barry, of course, coming from Aston Villa as well, and he still is technically a Aston Villa player, isn't he? He's on loan to Stockport, Louis Barry. So close to putting one past the Stevenage goalkeeper there, but it wasn't to be. And now Stockport are coming forward again on the left hand side, but it's a sea of blue at the moment. Stevenage just cannot get out of a predicament they seem to be finding themselves in at the moment. 2 early opportunities here for Stockport. We've only played 5 minutes here at Edgeley Park. It is still goalless, but not for a want of trying from the home side. And just seeing that opportunity again, it really was close. Once again, a late save by Marshall to deny the Stockport man. Stevenage have the ball at the back. Here is Ethan Pye, is it? He's going to try and get that clear, but in the end, now Stevenage can try and break through as the ball almost reached Phillips, who was trying to get on the end of it. Of course, they have got 2 Phillips in the side tonight, Stevenage. Matty Phillips, the former West Bromwich Albion man, and Daniel Phillips, the Trinidad and Tobago midfielder. So, the Stockport coming down the right-hand side again, and they've hurt themselves another corner there. Well, he had to be on defensive duty there, Charlie Good, and he was. Heads it behind for a corner. Great defending there. So Stockport will have a corner from this right-hand side, and of course they have got their top goal scorer playing at centre-half tonight, Carl Walton. And he's in the box again, the 29-year-old. Been the player who has won the most headers in the league, Carl Wooten, 19 league goals. And Stockport, with the problem at the back, have had to put him at central defence. Well, it certainly hasn't hindered them. Bailey with a corner, in it goes, looking for Wooten. It's headed away there at the near post. It's going to be pumped back out to the right hand side, and a chance for Bailey. Cuts in on the left, plays a 1-2, Bailey into the penalty area, down the right hand side. It's another corner to Stockport. It really is a siege mentality from Stockport County at the moment. Well, Stevenage have got to somehow just ride the storm. It will be a corner from this right-hand side, which Bailey is going to take with the left foot. He's going to take a short one, which he does to Barry. Barry back to Bailey, swept in there high. Looking for Wooten, who heads it back in, but he can't keep it in. And the ball goes out for a goal kick to Stevenage, and that will just release a little bit of pressure, I think it's fair to say, on Adam Revell's side. Dave Challoner's outfit have been absolutely relentless in these opening 8 minutes or so here at Edgeley Park. Still no goal to show for it. It is Stockport 0, Stevenage 1-0, but of course Stockport do lead by that 1 goal advantage. Stoppage time winner from Ben Osborne. As currently the referee just having words with one of the Stockport players there. Not sure what that's all about, but nothing doing in terms of cards, so it is as you were, and a chance for Marshall to launch it forward for Stevenage and try and get something on it. There's a flick on down the left-hand side, looking for Kemp to try and chase it, but ball goes all the way back to Aday, who lamps it clear, the Stockport goalkeeper. The Jamaican, who's kept 5 clean sheets from 22 league matches. Now in his 2nd full season, having joined from Crawley. The ball goes all the way back to those white shirts here of Stevenage. Here is Piergiani trying to play it forward down that right-hand channel, but again Stockport very well structured and get the ball pretty comfortable. Though of course Stockport did finish 3rd, they did only finish 2 points clear of Stevenage. It was a very, very tight, congested end to the playoff circle in League One. So you would think that we might get some more twists and turns tonight, and yet certainly Stockport looking to try and make it more comfortable than what it was back on Saturday, of course. Although it was Stockport who had most of the opportunities and possession. They had the 1 goal very late to show for it. And Stevenage, well, they will be living the dream, having finished in 6th place, which equalled their best ever league finish in their history. I'm sure they'll certainly be feeling they are well and truly in this one. And Adam Revel was saying before the kick-off that they just want to come out and give it everything they've got. They don't like losing, was the statement from Adam Revel. I don't think anybody does, let's be fair, especially in this competition, do you? You want to go all the way. As Stockport will pick up possession. And of course Stevenage will be buoyed by the fact that they have already beaten Stockport here in the league season. Earlier on, back in December, they beat them by 3-1, so there's a bit of a confidence route for them to feel. And not only that, they beat them 2-1 as well back at Stevenage, so the double they have done. It will be a free kick to Stockport then, inside their own half, which they'll take quickly. Here is Eden now, controlling it. Teo Eden looking for support, doesn't quite get it at the moment. He's switches play over to that right hand side, and that looked a foul on Bailey, and it is. He's certainly been a bit of a menace early on. There's the Stockport central midfielder Odin Bailey, who scored 2 goals in his last 6 matches. Last one coming in the 2-1 defeat here against Port Vale. Certainly won't want to be on the end of a losing side tonight, will he? Stockport have a free kick then. 11.5 minutes gone here at Edgeley Park. Stockport County 0, Stevenage 0 in this League One playoff semi-final second leg. As the ball comes out, there's the shot from Louis Parry, and it's just over the bar. Well, it came out to the man on loan from Aston Villa, and he swept it with his left boot. He's just inside the Stevenage penalty area down that left-hand side, lets the ball bounce once, hooks it with his left foot, but he hooks it too high and over the bar. And he scored a hat-trick here in last month in the 3-1 win over Peterborough. And would you believe it, that was his 3 and only league goals of the season, and they all came in one game. What about that from Louis Barry? As Stevenage will now have possession here. They come down the left-hand side with Kemp, and they've got themselves a corner here. Bailey doing the defending there. Really good play by Daniel Kemp there. Drove down the left-hand side, tried to whip in across. He's got 4 assists as Daniel Kemp this season, 7 league goals. Certainly a menace. So Stockport will have to keep a wary eye on him, but he's won his side a corner here. And a real opportunity for Stevenage to try and give Stockport a little problem here. They haven't given them 1 out of a problem yet, but they might do here. Corner from the left, in it goes towards the near post, cleared away pretty comfortably, and whack clear in the end by Ethan Pye. Anywhere will do really over the halfway line, but Stevenage have possession. Here is Early into the feet of Kemp. Good play here in the middle of the park. Houghton switches play on the right hand side, but it's given away, and Eden will gallop over the left hand side for Stockport. He's gone down, he's looking for the free kick, and it's play on, and Stockport have got it inside the area. Here's Barry, chance here, and it's a goal for Stockport County. What a lovely finish with the right boot from Louis Barry. Perfection from the man on loan from Aston Villa. He's showed his qualities then. Well, I was just saying he's only got 3 league goals, and they all came in one game. We'll make that 4 now. And what a wonderful finish it was. Stockport just catching Stevenage on the counter-attack. Eden started it down the left-hand side. He was actually brought down in the process, but the play continued, and Louis Barry marched on into the penalty area down the left-hand side, cut in and curled a beautiful shot with his right foot into the bottom right-hand corner. Stockport County 1, Stevenage 0, and it is 2-0 to the home side on aggregate. It's a big, big goal in this League One playoff semi-final, and you have to say it's no more than Stockport deserve for the pressure they have put on this Stevenage side. They have absolutely fully deserved exactly what has happened there, and it was Ben Osborne, the man who set it up, his little ball down the left hand side. He was the one, of course, who got the goal in the first leg, and now he's been creator in the second leg. But you cannot certainly take your line from Louis Barry. That was a fine finish there with his right foot. Just how he adjusted himself there. He's about 9 yards out. Just takes a touch with his right foot, adjusts it and just kills it beautifully into that bottom right hand corner. No chance whatsoever. The Stevenage goalkeeper. Well, it is a mountain to climb now, isn't it, for Stevenage? Not exactly what the doctor would have ordered here early on here at Edgeley Park. But for Stockport, the side who of course lost out in the League One playoff semi-final last season to Leyton Orient on penalties, may well be just taking a step closer to Wembley Stadium and the opportunity for promotion to the EFL Championship, which would be for the first time in their history in terms of the new name, the EFL Championship. Last time Stockport were in the second tier of English football, it was called the First Division. That's how long ago it has been from a Stockport County point of view. Stevenage, well, just look a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. Here is Good, plays it into Pigiani. Now Houghton, back to Pigiani again, who hits it long down the left-hand channel. We're going to try and get early on the go, but Stockport again come away with the ball. And in the end, actually, Stevenage have got themselves a free kick, have they? They have. Sidibe just going through the Stevenage man there on the halfway line, giving him a little nudge that maybe he didn't need to. There you go. Stevenage will have a free kick then. A chance to maybe lift this ball into the penalty area here. It's going to be left for the midfielder Jordan Houghton. There's a chance for the ex-Plymouth man to deliver with his right foot, which he does. High into the penalty area. Cleared away very comfortably though by a Stockport head, and here they come again. Sidibe now on the run down the left-hand side, but just cut out in the nick of time there. And it will go out for a throw-in to Stevenage. So they will get ready to move the ball forward. We've played 18 minutes here at Edgeley Park. You're listening to live audio match commentary. A very good evening to you. It's Stockport County 1, Stevenage 0. Stockport leading by 2-0 on aggregate. So they've taken a huge step towards that League One playoff final. And Stevenage, still plenty of time yet for them to get back in it, that's for sure. And Stockport just keeping the ball very, very neatly in the middle of the park at the moment. Bailey knocks it around down the left-hand side. Now Eden. Back into the feet of Ethan Pye. Pye will go all the way back to Norwood. Of course, he's a player that knows all about promotions, doesn't he, Oliver Norwood? 35 years of age now, experienced head, having achieved promotion with Sheffield United and the likes of Fulham in his days. So he'll be hoping, I'm sure, to put another notch to his collection. As Stockport will have possession at the back to the goalkeeper now. It will go, and very control by Corey Adai. He then plays it into the feet of Wooten. It says everything, doesn't it, when your top goal scorer's playing in the centre half position. Just shows the kind of strength in depth that Stockport have got up front. There's the switch of play from Bailey over to that left-hand side. Eden tried to pick up the loose ball, and he does. Controls it well, tries to play it down the line to Osborne, who made a good run, but again those white shirts really struggling to track and win that ball, and in the end it's Norwood that actually goes down. And in fact, has he taken the Stevenage player down? I think he's taken the Stevenage player down there, so will be a free kick to the visitors. And a chance for them to just take stock of what has happened in the opening 20 minutes or so. It's fair to say they have really had a breather in these opening stages. Stockport have certainly not let them. Stevenage will try and pick up possession down the right hand side. The ball is flicked forward by Sidibe, but again it doesn't come to anything this time though. So here is Charlie Good to Piergiani, the back for Stevenage. They'll try and play the 1-2. Doesn't come to anything there. And it will go out for a throw. Carl Piergiani, 34 years of age now, of course, former Oldham, Boston and Stockport player, let's not forget. So he only played a handful of appearances there in his early career path days, but well, Stockport will have a throw on this near right hand side. The ball is thrown down the right hand channel and it's hit one of the Stockport players, has it? And gone out for a throw in right by the corner flag here on this near side, so it will be a Stevenage throw this time. Early will look to take it. Saxon Early throws it forward towards the left hand channel. But Stockport again win the ball back in the middle of the park, and here they come again. They are ferocious at the moment. Here is Eden out to Osborne. Eden wants it back. Osborne with a little back heel, a little bit too clever maybe, but they got away with it. Good sliding tackle there from Matty Phillips. It goes out for a throw-in on this left-hand side to Stockport. They take it quickly. The ball is punted down the line, looking for Sidibe to chase. Again, it's put out for a throw-in. Well, Adam Revel folds his arms and sure he'll have food for thought on how his Stevenage side have started this opening 22 minutes or so. He has made 2 changes to the lineup, which was a little bit of a surprise to the view before kick-off, including a former Stevenage head coach. And Stevenage will have the throw. Steve Evans is who I'm talking about. Of course, Adam Revel knows Steve Evans all too well, don't they? I think being with each other at some point in their career. And Stevenage look to launch the ball forward down the left hand side. Roberts has took it under control. Low ball into the box, a decent one, but it's caught well and comfortably in the end by the Stockport goalkeeper Ade. And he will control the ball and roll it out. Oh, they've given the ball away. There's a chance for Stevenage now on the edge of the D. A nice turn and twist here. Ball goes back to Phillips, out to the right hand side. That's Matt Phillips. Low ball into the box, cleared away. Still not away though. Shot comes in. Oh, and it's blocked. Well, it was all a real mishmash there. Stevenage were trying to see if they could get a shot on goal. It's not away yet. Here's a chance into the penalty area. He's not going to be able to keep that in though. He's Houghton, and the ball goes out for a goal kick to Stockport County. But just for that little moment there, really does go to show. Only takes a little moment, doesn't it? A little slip here and there. That's what happened there. It all started with Ade, the Stockport goalkeeper, who rolled it out to Wooten, and then his poor ball was straight into the feet of Matty Phillips. He then found Kemp, who rolled it back to Matt Phillips again, and he's crossed from the right. Eventually, his shot from the right, should I say, was blocked, so didn't go anywhere in the end, but certainly a warning sign there for Stockport County. That 2-0 might look comfortable. Only takes a goal to change the course of the game, doesn't it? Here is Early for Stevenage now, accelerating down the left-hand side. 2 Stockport players in competition with him, but he gets it to Roberts. Here is Roberts again on this left. Jordan Roberts rolls it back into the midfield. Houghton over to the right hand side. Here they go again. Matt Phillips wants the ball, but he's not going to get it this time. Now going to go all the way back to Charlie Good. Good feeds it into Piergiani. Left-sided centre-half, controls it, plays it back to his right-sided centre-half. Good again. Low ball, tried to play it through the lines of the Stockport midfield, but that's where they might get caught out, and there's one ball through for Sidibe. But Piergiani was onto that and got there ahead of the Stockport man and rolled it back to his goalkeeper. Well, 25 minutes gone here of this playoff semi-final. Second leg, and it's Stockport County 1, Stevenage 0. Stockport leading 2-0 on aggregate, but Stevenage are certainly showing a little bit more attacking options than they were in the opening 22 minutes or so. But Stockport need to be wary of that. Here is Dacres Cogley, plays it through the midfield into the feet of Norwood, sweeps it out to the left. This is good football again by Stockport. They keep it ever so well when they've got the ball. The control, the passing, you can certainly see the game plan. And here they are again in the middle of the park. Out to the right hand side it'll go. Bit of space here on this right hand side. Stokes is going to leave it for Bailey. Now Bailey, Dacres Cogley. Good football again by Stockport. They're getting closer to the Stevenage penalty area, just 20 yards outside at the moment now. Lovely football. Now Bailey into Sidibe. Turns, shoots, takes a deflection, and it goes just wide of the near post. A lovely turn there from Sidibe. Well, he had his back to goal on the edge of the D. Two Stevenage defenders, and he managed to just hold them both off, got into the area, fired the shot in. It looked like it was going to go into the far left corner. Takes a deflection off Good and goes out for a corner. But Stockport take it quickly. Here they are on the edge of the area. Low ball into the box, and there's a shot! It's 2-0 to Stockport County! And would you believe it? It's the top scorer, Wooten, who gets on the end of it. Kyle Wooten, the man who's playing as a makeshift centre defender tonight, and he did in the first leg, but he's only popped up with a goal as well. And what a fine finish that was. Well, Stevenage thought they got rid of it, but in the end they hadn't. And it was a great piece of skill down the right hand side. A lovely cross from Bailey, who swept it in. He did the hard work on the inside the Stevenage penalty area, down the right hand side, got it onto his right foot, crossed it in, and what a beautiful finish from Wooten. It's a striker's finish. The ball's behind him, but he still manages to hook it with his right foot into the far left hand corner. It's a stupendous strike from Wooten, it really is. And Stockport County, you feel, are edging closer and closer now to this League One playoff final at Wembley. And just seeing it again, it's a really good finish from Wooten. Well, the first one wasn't bad, the second one just might have eclipsed it, but give credit to the man who created it, and that was Odden Bailey. Lovely skill from him down the right hand side, and his cross was, as I say, that's a difficult skill as well for Carl Walton. The ball is behind him, but he hooks it with his right foot, and he's actually, when I say hooking, he's actually got his standing foot with his left foot, and it's just a beautiful finish. It really is. Might have took a deflection on the way through, very slightly as well, off the head of Piergiani, but Stockport won't care. They lead by 2-0, and they want more. Here they come again, and the ball was tried to be played through there, cut out well by Stevenage. And here is Daniel Phillips, and he tries to release Roberts on the left hand side, but he's not going to get there, and the ball goes out for a Stockport throw on this near side. Well, for those Stockport supporters, I think it's a case of get your breath back now. The party can almost start to begin. Still a long way to go, but 3-0 on aggregate is a big mountain to climb, isn't it? And we've already played 30 minutes off the first half, but Stevenage will still believe, they will still hope, and one goal in football can change everything. But the way this Stockport side have started the opening half hour, you feel that it is only a case of damage limitation for Stevenage. We'll have to wait and see. Here is Eddard now for Stockport County. Picks up the ball down the left-hand side. Tries to poke it down the left-hand channel. Looking for Barry, who scored the first, of course. And, Stevenage will come away with it with Daniel Phillips. Tries to play it inside there to Kemp. Kemp's lost possession, though. And Stockport are going to come back with it again. And it's going to go back into the central defence of Ethan Pye, who will take his time and roll it back to his goalkeeper Adai, who releases it back to Pye. Here is Ethan Pye now, left-footed centre half, rolls it into Eden again, got to play it down into the middle of the park. They were looking for the pace of Sidibe then, but Stevenage come away with the ball under pressure from Sidibe, but they do well. Get it back to the goalkeeper, Marshall, and he will play it into the feet of Piergiani, who was booked at the weekend in the first leg. 24 years of age now, having turned that in the early parts of this month. And every time this Stockport side come forward, they're like a full 3-3 really, in terms of how their setup has been, with Stokes, Sidibe and Barry operating as like an attacking three. Dave Challoner's side firmly in the box seat at the moment, leading by 2 goals to 0, 3-0 on aggregate. And it's a long way back for Stevenage, but they've got a free kick here inside the centre circle and an opportunity to try and see what they can do from this. Can they get it into the box? But just seeing that finish again, as we look on the TV monitor, Bailey's cross, Wooten's hooked right-footed shot into that left corner from 8 yards out. Absolutely sumptuous from Carl Wooten. As Marshall will plant the ball into the Stockport penalty. Just a good header in there as well. There's a chance, half a chance there maybe. Well, it was Charlie Good who got up and headed the ball into the box, but they're in trouble now at the other end, and here comes Stockport. A chance on the break, tried to play it through to Sidibe, and it's well cut out there and controlled by Pattenden, who plays it high over the back of the Stockport defence, but Wooten gets his head to it, heads it into the midfield to Norwood. Here is Norwood, short ball into Sidibe. Sidibe out to the left to Osborne. Osborne now controls the ball into Norwood again. Stockport again playing the ball around very comfortably, waiting for Stevenage to press high, but Stevenage very reluctant, although they are going to have to certainly change their game plan, because any further goals, you feel that it's all curtains then, don't you? But here comes Stevenage on the right. Phillips with the cross in. Well, caught well. It was Matt Phillips from the right with the cross. But Adai did well and caught the ball. And here comes Stockport now on the counter once again. They're so good at that, moving the ball so quickly along the lines. And the thing is, they've got some real technical footballers as well. Whenever they get the ball, it's control, it's pass. There's no fluffety football with it, or very rare of it. They almost made a mistake after the first goal when Wooten tried to be a little bit careless with his passing, but other than that, they've been pretty crisp on the eye. Here is Adai, clips it forward down that right hand channel, headed forward again. Stevenage, his defender Good, planted back into the middle of the park though. They're just trying to. There's the flick on Sidibe. Good's there again for Stevenage, heads it clear Took under control by Sidibe, back to goal. Now into Eden. That's good play again by Stockport. They move it well, swiftly on the left-hand side. There's the high cross from Louis Barry. It goes right across the face of goal, but it's going to be kept in beautifully. Oh, what skill that is from Stokes. Into the penalty area. Plays into Bailey. Bailey on the left foot, gets the shots in. All deflected away. Well, once again, Stockport moving the ball around so comfortably. And that time it was Stokes on the right-hand side. He played it into Bailey. They're causing all sorts of problems down that right-hand side. And Bailey cutting on his left foot. The shot looked like it was certainly going to test Marshall in the Stevenage goal. Don't give credit to the visitors. They blocked it away. But here comes Stockport again. Bailey on the run down the right-hand side, trying to muscle his way through. In the end, Stevenage get there. Clear it away. We've got 10 minutes to go until the break. You're listening to live audio match commentary. It's Stockport County 2, Stevenage 0. 3-0 on aggregate to the home side. Here in this second leg should I say, playoff semi-final. And League One. Of course, the prize at the end of this is a trip to Wembley Stadium. And then, of course, it's a one-off shot at EFL Championship football next season. And Stockport will keep possession with Wooten. Wooten rolls it into Norwood, out to the right on this near side. Here is Dacus Cogley, the Stockport right back, who's only started the last 2 games. He hadn't been in the squad for the 6 games prior to that. You have to go back to the draw at Bolton back in April before he got back in the side and played in the 3-1 win over Barnsley, and then in the first leg on Saturday. As Stockport will have a throw on this far left-hand side, midway point of the Stevenage half. It's going to be Eden to take it, looking for support into Norwood. And he hooks it back into the centre of the defence. Not probably the greatest idea. Stevenage will try and pick up the pieces there. Unable to do so. The ball will go out for a throw-in. In the end, in fact, the Stevenage player has gone down. So that'll be a free kick to Stevenage. And it's right on the halfway line on that far right-hand side. Just in front of the Stockport dugout. Chance for Jordan Houghton to launch it forward with that right foot of his. Just 2 assists from 39 league matches this season, although he is a defensive midfielder really by trade. Launches it into the box. Stockport clear it away on his forwards early. Still Stevenage have it. They roll it into the Stockport penalty area again, down the left hand side. Good defending there by Wooten once again. Just got the better of the Stevenage man and whacked it out for a throw-in. So it will be a throw-in here to Stevenage on this near left-hand side, just a couple of yards from the corner flag. It's going to be launched into the box. Wooten heads it away at the near post. Stevenage will try again though. Back to the central defence they will go. And in the end that was a foul. I think it is a free kick, is it? Well, Pattendon launches it forward, and there could be a chance here inside the box. Ball is put across the face of goal by Kemp, but the flag is up. Oh, Stockport got caught out a little bit there. Did they play the high line well? Let's just have a look at that. Well, the ball, yes, they did. They did, to be fair. The back four did really well. Stepped up and managed to catch Daniel Kemp offside. So he'll be relieved at that because he's a man on form. 3 goals in his last 7 matches. Last one coming in the 1-0 win over Barnsley. So he was certainly trying to get through there, but Stockport did the job. Stevenage have possession on the left-hand side. Here he's early. Hits it right-footed over the halfway line. Wooten comes to it, volleys it out for a throw-in. So that'll be a throw-in here to Stevenage. And a chance for them to try again this left-hand side. We've got 5 minutes to go until the break. How quickly has that first half gone, by the way? Stockport County 2, Stevenage 0. Stockport leading 3-0 on aggregate, so firmly in the driving seat at the moment. Interesting to see what Adam Revel does at the break. He's got a lot of decisions to make. There's the ball switched over to that right-hand side. Looking for Pattenden, but Stockport win the ball, and now Sidibe has gone down, and that's going to be the first yellow card of the evening. It's going to go to Charlie Good, the Stevenage centre half, who just went straight through the back of Sidibe there. He went to head the ball, to be fair to him, and he got it all wrong, and instead headed Sidibe's back, and down goes the Stockport striker. So it will be a free kick, and a chance for Stockport to get the ball into the box. Dharma Sidibe, Gambian striker, 6 league goals so far this season. And Stockport shift possession out to the left-hand side. A chance for the cross, maybe. Here is Louis Barry, out to Osborne. He can't keep it in, though. And it'll go out for a throw-in to Stevenage. Stockport just been a little bit too careless there in possession. But don't think they'll be too worried, because it was right in the echelons of the Stevenage defence. So not down their side. Here is Dacres Cogley. Back to his centre-half, Wooten. Now the goalkeeper, Wooten, will take control of it again. Stockport just teasing Stevenage a little bit at the moment, waiting for them to come onto it. Now Reid is trying to press the goalkeeper there, but really good goalkeeping. Ade took his time, waited for Jamie Reid to come for him. Jamie Reid, Stevenage's top scorer this season, 14 league goals to his name, although he hasn't scored since the 2-2 draw at home to Lincoln back in April. So 4 games without a goal, 4.5 maybe if he gets to half-time without one. And that might be a little bit concern for Adam Revel. And Stevenage will have possession at the back. Here is Pierjani, back to his goalkeeper Marshall. Out to the right to Pattenden. Rolls it down the line to Matt Phillips. Here it's Phillips again. Back to Pattenden. Well, Matt Phillips playing in a more traditional role on the right-hand side, something he's accustomed to, used to in his days with West Bromwich Albion and Queen's Park Rangers. As the ball is flicked forward down that left-hand channel. Stevenage have picked it up well. He's early. They've got it midway point, the Stockport half. Opportunity here to get across him, maybe. It's Reid. Low ball into the box. Could be a chance here. It comes back, and a chance for Daniel Phillips with a left foot shot. Well, he just didn't quite get hold of it. More of a daisy cutter, really. Straight into the arms of Ade. But that's better from Stevenage there. Much, much better. It was a great bit of trickery there from Daniel Phillips. He took control of it on the edge of the day. Got it onto his left foot. Teased 2 Stockport defenders, hit it low, but just didn't get any power behind it, and the ball slithered into the Stockport goalkeeper's hands. But Adam Revel, I'm sure, will be a little bit more satisfied with that, that's for sure. And just seen him on the bench applauding that, so something positive to look at the break. Here is early for Stevenage on this near left-hand touchline. Back into the midfield of Houghton, and Stevenage will start again. Here is Charlie Good, who was yellow carded just a few moments ago. Houghton, this is better from Stevenage. They're rolling the ball around very neatly, very cautiously, but they are looking for an opening. Now Kemp will come on the ball. He wants to get Daniel Phillips back onto it. Now Reid has dropped really deep to try and see if he can get involved. Ball goes down the right-hand channel, looking for Matt Phillips. It's not going to find him, and he'll go out for a Stockport throw as Dave Challoner shouts instructions from the Stockport bench. Well, sure, he'll be absolutely delighted with what he has seen from his side. They have been nothing short of relentless in this first half. certainly for the first 30 minutes or so, Stevenage couldn't get near them. And fair to say they fully deserve the 2-goal advantage they currently hold, as the ball is punted down the right-hand channel, headed away by Pattenden, trying to keep control of it, but Ethan Pye rolls it back to Stockport goalkeeper very comfortably for Adai. We're just waiting for the stoppage time announcement here. How long we're going to get? I think it's just a minute from what we're hearing here. Ball is cleared up the right-hand channel by Adai. Took under control by Bailey, who has been a menace in this first half. In fact, he and Stokes have really caused problems down that right-hand side between them. They have struggled to have the Stevenage defence early, and Roberts, who has been tracking back down that left-hand side. As the referee takes a look at his watch and gets ready, does Josh Smith to possibly blow the whistle, but here comes Stevenage again. The ball is punted down the right-hand channel. We've played a minute of the first half stoppage time, so it's whatever the referee wants to add up now. Ball is cleared away, and that's it. The half-time whistle here at Edgeley Park. It is Stockport County 2, Stevenage 0. 2 goals from Louis Barry and makeshift defender Carl Wooten have given the home side a very comfortable advantage at the break. As for Stevenage, in terms of chances, well, the best they came was Daniel Phillips' low drive just a few moments ago. But they need to do a lot more now. It's going to be a very big uphill for them to get past. It's 3-0 on aggregate, 2-0 on the night. Stockport 2, Stevenage 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes, so make sure you come and join us then. Welcome back to Edgeley Park here in this playoff semi-final second leg. League One, it is currently Stockport County 2, Stevenage 0. 3-0 to Stockport on aggregate. And the home side are halfway there to a trip to Wembley Stadium. And the chance, of course, of a one-off shot of EFL Championship football next season. And it's been an incredible journey so far for Stockport County, especially if they were to reach the final tonight. Just 4 years ago, the club were playing their football in the National League. So it really does show you how things can turn in football, doesn't it? And that is how it could be going tonight. It's all going swimmingly well for Dave Challoner's side. What has Adam Revel had to say to his team at the break? We'll soon find out, won't we? The second half will get us underway. Stockport kick us off then. Blue shirts, white shorts, blue socks, kicking from right to left in this second half. Stevenage kicking from left to right in those white shirts, red shorts and white socks. And of course for them it's, well, you've got to say, it's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest game in their history. And well, they will be hoping they can turn this around. And well, there has been one change at half-time, I can tell you, and it's actually Stockport, would you believe. Adama Sidibe is off, and on in his place is Tanto Oliofe, the Stockport striker, who joined on loan from Charlton Athletic. We've got just the one league goal, which came in the 3-0 win over Wycombe back in April. Now Stockport, I'm sure, would love him to do the same again tonight in this second half, as the ball is punted forward down that right-hand channel. Stockport, who have bossed possession, it's fair to say, for the majority of this game so far, fully indulged in that 2-0 lead they currently have. But well, Stevenage will just hope if they can just get themselves a little platform, a little opportunity and a way back into this game, then it could all change again. As Stockport clear the ball out for a throw-in, and it will be a Stevenage throw on that far left-hand side. Early will look to take, throws it into Roberts. Roberts has to go all the way back to Piergiani. He's tried to give the ball into the centre half. Good, who launches it forward over the halfway line. The ball is going to come back. Stockport are trying to get it down on the floor. But now Matt Phillips has headed it back into the midfield. Stevenage have got it on the floor at the moment. He's Houghton. Back to Piergiani, out to the left-hand side. But it's space for Early to run into down that left-hand channel. He's still galloping forward. Support with Roberts. He uses Roberts here. And Roberts has deflected the ball off the Stockport man, Wooten, who was the goal scorer for the second goal, and out for a corner. So Stevenage will have a corner here in the early stages. And from this far left-hand side, and the visiting supporters behind that goal. So I'm sure they would love for something to cheer on here. If they could get something from this corner. It's going to be taken from the left-hand side. Right-footed ping, high one towards the back post. Heads go up there, and it's headed behind for another corner, is it? Well, Piergiani thinks it is. Stevenage captain. And it's come off Wooten, and it is another corner to Stevenage. So Wooten it was that just got in front of Piergiani and heads it behind for a corner. Or has the referee given a... No, he's given a goal kick. So after all that, it will be a goal kick to Stockport. And Stevenage looked bemused by that decision. And I've got to say, I think they might have had a case there. Pretty sure it was Wooten who headed it behind, but there you go. So the ball is cleared forward with those blue shirts as Oliofe tries to get on the end of it. The man who's just come on at half-time for Stockport. Straight swap for Sidibe, who certainly did what he could in the first half, showing some real strength and power. Certainly didn't have a bad first half at all, so I think it's just a freshen up really from Stockport maybe. Now they are 2-0 up. Saving for the final possibly. As here is Marshall for Stevenage. Sweeps it forward over the halfway line. Well, Stevenage will have something to say about that though, won't they, in terms of Stockport booking a place in the playoff final. They've still got 40 minutes plus stoppage to go. As the ball will go out for a throw in here on that far right hand side. So Dacres Cogley will take it. Look to throw it forward. We've played just under 5 minutes in this second half. You're listening to live audio match commentary. Very good evening if you have just tuned in to us. You've missed a bluster so far. Stockport County 2, Stevenage 0 in this semi-final playoff League One second leg. As Stockport will try and pick up possession inside the centre circle. But that's good play there by Daniel Phillips. Gets it back to his centre half, good. Puts his foot on the ball inside the centre circle. Sweeps it out to the right, but a space here for Pattenden. Plays it inside to Phillips. That's Daniel Phillips again on the ball. And Stevenage been put under pressure there, but they just about get out of a pickle. Although Pattenden's got himself in a bit of a mess, has he, when he sweeps it down the right-hand channel. Again looking for Daniel Phillips to try and get on the end of it. This time it's Matt Phillips who picks up the ball down the right-hand side. Tried to break his way through the Stockport line there, but in the end Stockport do really well and defend it. And here is Eden. Down the line it'll go into Osborne. Osborne infield to Norwood, who hits it long right-footed over the halfway line, down that right-hand channel. Looking for Bailey. Controls it. Back to Stokes. Over the right-hand side it goes, but into the goalkeeper's arms. And Marshall will take control of that all night. And here is Daniel Phillips, who goes on a run now. Charging forward. Plays it down the left-hand side. A chance for Roberts to get the cross in. To the byline. In goes the cross he was looking for. Reid, who was hovering there on the penalty spot. But a nice catch from the Stockport keeper, Adai. Made it his, did Corey Adai. And he had to do so as well. Otherwise, it may well have been a really good opening for Jamie Reid there. The ball goes back into the Stockport defence once more. Cleared forward by Dacres Cogley, but Stockport are just in a little bit of a pickle here. Stevenage has started well in this second half. Now is a chance, a shot from 30 yards, goes flying over the bar there from Charlie Good. Well, certainly wasn't good from Charlie, pardon the pun, as he picked up the ball there. He's a good 35 yards out there. He's got a bit of space to shoot, no doubt about it, but I think there was better options. And instead he hits it into Rosehead, I think it's fair to say. In fact, it was that high, it hit the scoreboard at the back of the goal. That's how high it was. Pinged off the scoreboard, so certainly not a clear-cut chance for Stevenage there. Here is Roberts for Stevenage now, and well, they're continuing possession here and trying to break through the Stockport lines once more. Matt Phillips can't get the ball, and eventually it's cleared away, but they cannot seem to hold it up front at the moment, Stockport. Stevenage controlling possession in these opening 7 minutes or so of the second half, so Adam Ravel, whatever he said to them at half-time, certainly having a adverse effect. And just as I say that, Norwood picks the ball up for Stockport, tries to find Rowley, but it's given away. And here's Matt Phillips now charging forward for Stevenage. The first time, really, he's been able to get on the ball. Here he is, he's driving in field. Phillips slips it down the right-hand channel. Chance for Reid, low ball into the box. It's clear behind for a corner. That's better from Stevenage. Much, much better. It was Matt Phillips who started it on the halfway line. He drove a good 20-30 yards towards the Stockport penalty area. Release Reid down the right-hand side. His low cross was diverted behind by Norwood, the Stockport captain. And it will be a corner from this right-hand side. And a chance once again for Stevenage to put some pressure on the Stockport goal. It's going to be a right-footed corner. In it goes. The heads go up. Misses everybody. But it'll go out to the left-hand side. And it's going to be earlier, clips it back into the box, but it doesn't reach the area, and Stockport will break now on the left-hand side. Here's Louis Barry, cuts in, lovely play from Louis Barry, driving towards goal, feeds it inside. Now Bailey tried to trick too many there, and that's a good challenge by Daniel Phillips, and Stevenage do really well and get the ball clear. And Stockport are trying to recycle possession. It's all a blood-thundering battle here in this second half. Both teams really going at it, but Stevenage have certainly started the better in this second half, as Stockport did in the first. Can they make the most of it? But Stockport are on the attack here. Here's Barry, gets it down to Edwin down the left-hand side. Low ball into the box, Bailey puts it across the goal. It's gone out for a corner. And all of a sudden, Stockport turn the screw. In a matter of moments, it's that man, Louis Barry, again, down the line. He saw Eden, low ball into the 6-yard area. Bailey tried to sweep it towards goal with his left boot. Well, that's a great deflection behind for a corner. Piergiani it was, who got his thigh to it and put it behind for a corner. So Stockport will have a corner from this left-hand side. It's going to be taken with the right boot of Oliver Norwood, with the right foot in swinging delivery. As the referee, Josh Smith, just goes over just to have a word with a couple of Stockport players. He's already done that actually in the first half, but he's doing it again now. What kind of corner can this be? In it goes towards the near post, headed clear very firmly by Piergiani. Stockport will try and pick up possession once again though. Here's Eden out to the left hand side, bit of space for Norwood to clip it in with his right foot. Is he going to go short? He's composed with the ball. Norwood goes back to Eden. Eden now back into the midfield. Here's Norwood again. Nice little 1-2. Good play by Stockport. Bailey clips it down the left-hand channel. And it's a low ball into the box. It's bobbling about, but well under control by Marshall in the Stevenage goal. All of a sudden could have caused a problem for Stevenage there. But give credit to Stockport, they did well. But now Stevenage will try and pick up possession. Midway point of the Stockport half, but Matt Phillips, I think, has just strayed offside, has he there? So it will be a free kick to Stockport County inside their own half, as Oliver Norwood will put his foot on the ball. Puts it out to the left-hand side. Here's Eden. Eden back to his defender, Ethan Pye. 23 years of age, Ethan Pye. There has been rumours that he could well be moving. There's been EFL Championship sides looking at him. He actually has been at Stockport now 3 full seasons since his move from Stoke City under 18s. Had a spell at Gateshead as well in his early parts of his career. Seems to be doing okay now, and there has been some watchful eyes on him, so if Stockport weren't to achieve promotion, maybe he might well be moving, but we'll have to wait and see. Here comes Stockport then attacking down the left-hand side. Here's Eden. Nice little 1-2 here. Tried to find Bailey there, but the ball just too far for him. And it goes out for a goal kick to Stourbridge. Well, Odin Bailey has got 4 goals and 2 assists so far this season. Of course, 1 assist, creating the second Stockport goal in this second leg. And he has been a bit of a problem, Odin Bailey, whenever he's had that ball. Looks like Adam Ravel might be making the first change of the evening in a few moments ago, as all of a sudden Marshall was put under pressure there. Well, the ball went back to him, the Stevenage goalkeeper, and Ollie Ofe it was, the Stockport striker, charged him down, and he just managed to turn away from him in the nick of time there. Otherwise he would have been in big trouble there, the Stevenage goalkeeper. And so Adam Ravel is about to make a treble substitution by the looks of this. So we'll keep our eyes on that and let you know now exactly what changes they are. Of course, Harvey White and Louis Thompson, you would feel, will probably come on because those are the two that started the first leg, but they've been outed tonight. So, but here's Daniel Phillips now for Stevenage. Out to the right-hand side to Matt Phillips. Matt Phillips clips it in left-footed. Great ball! Oh, what a save by the Stockport goalkeeper! It's the best chance for Stevenage of the game so far, no doubt about it. A delicious cross from Matt Phillips from the right-hand side. And in came the Pigiani, I think it was, on the edge of the 6-yard box. He came from nowhere and with his left foot got a connection to it, but it was saved by the legs by Ade in the Stockport goal. Well, it was lovely movement by Stevenage, I have to say, and Matt Phillips with a beautiful cross with his left foot centred it on the edge of the 6-yard box, and there was the Stevenage centre half on the edge of the 6-yard area with his left foot, just connected it with his right foot actually, not his left foot, but a brilliant save by the Stockport goalkeeper from close range. It was hit centrally at him, but he still got his left foot and he had to stick it out, and that's exactly what the Stockport keeper did. A fine save there from the Stevenage defender. It was Charlie Good actually, not Pigiani, that got him, but so close to a goal there for Stevenage, and that goal would have changed everything, you feel, wouldn't it? We've hit the hour mark here at Edgeley Park. Stockport County 2, Stevenage 0. Stockport leading by 3 goals to 0 at the moment, so they are well and truly in the driving seat for a trip to Wembley. They've got a corner now at the right-hand side, which they're going to take. It's going to be curled in towards the near post, cleared away, and Stevenage do well and get the danger clear, but just seen that opportunity again for the visitors as Charlie Good comes from absolutely nowhere, gets on the end of a Matt Phillips cross on the from 6 yards out, and really you have to say, if he connects that into a corner, he scores, no doubt about it. But give credit to the Stockport keeper, he stuck his leg out and saved it, and that's all he can do as a Stockport goalkeeper, isn't it? Save his team. Well, he's certainly done that from conceding a goal. So the changes are now going to be made, and the first one, it looks like it's going to be Luther James Wilden that will come on. So Harvey White, Louis James Wilden, and as suspected, Louis Thompson are on for Stevenage. Off are Daniel Phillips, which is quite a surprise actually, because Daniel Phillips has been quite decent for Stevenage when he's had that ball in the final thirds of the park. But Houghton is also off, and so is Pattenden. So Pattenden, Houghton, Phillips, and in fact Roberts is going off now. So it's 4 changes and 1 go from Adam Ravel. Well, he's got to do something, hasn't he? They're 3-0 down on aggregate, and of course there's no away goals now. There hasn't been for some time, has there, in the Football League playoffs? So 3-0 on aggregate. They need to score 3, Stevenage, to take it to extra time at least. So those are the changes. What kind of difference will they make? We'll have to wait and see as they pick up possession now. Do the visitors. Down the left-hand channel it'll go. Here is James Wilden, who's just come on. Back to his centre half now. Charlie Good clips it left-footed over the back of the Stockport defence. Good header away. Good defending. Stockport do well. Pick it up in the middle of the park, Norwood. And that's good shielding there. And they do really well, to be fair to Stockport, and get it out of trouble. Dacus Cogley doing his defending and clearing it out for a throw-in. So 63 minutes on the clock. Stevenage have made those 4 substitutions. Will it make a difference? Well, certainly the visitors will be hoping so, and so will Adam Ravel. They have a throw on this far left-hand side and a chance to get the ball into the box. Here is Harvey White, straight on the ball. One of those 4 changes. The midfielder, 4 league goals and 7 assists so far this season. There was a few eyes raised when he was ousted out the starting lineup tonight, that's for sure. As the ball goes back there to Charlie Good. Good now into the midfield of Harvey White again. Back into Good. White. And moving the ball very comfortably. And it looks like, from what I can see, Kemp has gone out to the right-hand side now for Stevenage. So it's more like a 3 up front now. We'll have to wait and see. Matt Phillips may well have gone into the centre, but well, he's had to do something, hasn't he, Adam Ravel? As for Dave Challoner and Stockport, well, they are keeping it as it is, just the one change for them, which was at half-time. Straightforward swap up front with Ollie Ofi for Sidibe. In the meantime, here comes Stevenage, and here's Matt Phillips now, attacking down the right-hand side, but that's a good challenge there. Got him well, did Ethan Pye, and now Stockport can move. Here is Ollie Ofi over the halfway line. They're coming forward in numbers here. Down the right-hand side, Stevenage getting back though and defending. Ball goes into the feet of Odden Bailey. Bailey plays it back to Norwood, into Odden Bailey again. Whenever he gets the ball, he's such a spritey customer. Wants to take players on, wants to do that little bit in the final third. Shot comes in from Norwood, and it's tipped behind for a corner. Well, I think it was going wide anyway, but he thought, why not have a crack from there? 30 yards, full goal. No, it wasn't actually, it was swerving in. It was a great effort from Ollie Norwood there. 30 yards out, why not have a ping? He certainly did that with his right foot, and that's a really decent save by Marshall in the Stevenage goal. Parries it behind for a corner, so a chance here from the corner. What can they make of this? 23 minutes remaining here at Edgley Park. Stockport 2, Stevenage 0. The home side leading 3-0 on aggregate, so it's all going to plan for Dave Challoner's side. Here is Odden Bailey again, out to Bailey. He's gone down, and that'll be a free kick there, and a chance for them to get the ball into the box. Good combination once again between Stokes and Bailey down that right-hand side, as it has done all evening really. Stevenage have struggled to contain the pair of them, and Kemp has got himself a yellow card here, as he just lunged in on Odden Bailey there as he tried to trick the ball past him. Well, he did actually, took the ball past him, down he went, and it will be a free kick to Stockport in a relatively dangerous position. It's right on that far touchline, just a couple of yards out from that far touchline, and but it's 7 yards outside the Stevenage penalty area and about 7 yards from the corner flag, so a real chance here to get the ball into the box here for Stockport and cause some problems for Stevenage. What can they do? It's going to be Norwood, delivers it right footed towards the back post, header in there. Wooten was up there, didn't quite get there though, and now the ball is going to come back out to a Stockport man. Here is Eden out to the left hand side, chance for the cross maybe. It's a high hanging one towards the back post. Well, could have got anywhere there. It was Ben Osborne who swept it in, but in the end Stevenage were able to clear, and I think Early's got a free kick there. Stevenage left back as he went down under the challenge. So Saxon Early has won his side a free kick, and the referee was going to get his yellow card out again now. I'm not sure if he is. It was a relatively late tackle on the left back. Let's have a look at this. And the referee decides studs were up, and it was Ollie Norwood, and he will get a yellow card for that. So Ollie Norwood in the book. Fair to say he likes a yellow card, doesn't he, Oliver Norwood? That's his 12th yellow card of the season. Well, he's 13th, should I say. He got 12 in the league season, so number 13 for him. In the meantime, Stockport are going to be making a second substitution of the evening, and it's going to be Louis Barry who comes off. Well, he of course took that goal that he scored in the first half very well indeed, curled it with his right foot into the far corner, so he's done his bit tonight, and he will trudge off. The man on loan from Aston Villa. On in his place is Jack Diamond, and the Stockport man has got 6 league goals so far this season, but hasn't scored since March, a defeat against Lincoln. So sure he'll be hoping to end his goal drought. And Stockport will pick up possession down the right hand side. Stokes is going to chase that right to the byline, but they get it back to Marshall, who hits it forward over the halfway line. Down the left hand channel it will go though, and out for a throw in to Stockport County, and they will take their time on that far right hand side, which Dacres Cogley will do exactly that. Throws it down the right hand side. He was looking for Diamond, not going to find him there. He thought he had. Now Stevenage will move with possession, and there is well back to his goal. Kemp has to go all the way back to the halfway line down the left hand side and play it back to the centre half. Stockport do really well pressing to force them back, but Stevenage now picking up possession down the right hand side. Ball is going to be controlled by Reid. Reid plays it in field to Osborne. Oh, and Osborne's won it, but then it's gone all the way back, and Stevenage have got it back with Thompson. Here is Thompson back to his centre half. It's going to be swept with a diagonal by Pigiani, the Stevenage captain. Out to this right hand side is James Wildin. Wildin's going to leave it for Charlie Good to drive forward, and the centre halves are starting to just creep forward now. And now Stevenage, here is Patterson, gets it out to the left hand side. This is good play by Stevenage now. They need to get the ball into the box though. Now they do. Cross in, away by Ethan Pye. Only as far as James Wildin, who has still got it. He miscontrolled it at first, but he's managed to collect it down that right hand channel. Feeds it into Good. Stevenage will start again from right to left. We've got 19 minutes remaining here at Edgeley Park. Can Stevenage get themselves a goal and just give themselves a glimmer of hope? They may do here. Into the penalty, and the ball is pulled back, and it's cleared away in the nick of time there by Eden for Stockport. And all of a sudden the ball broke there for Stevenage inside the penalty area down the left hand side, and he certainly pinged the low ball in on the left hand side, did Kemp, but it was cleared away. And it was really good play by Stevenage there. They were attacking with menace, great control, and it was a slip by the Stockport man, and it was actually Louis Thompson who got in down the left hand side. He pulled the ball back, the ball was cleared away. Good defending by Stockport there. Here is Eden now, plays it in field. Stockport have possession, they are almost there, and they are keeping possession once again very, very casually. Not any urgency at the moment. Now there might be. Long ball down the left hand side, and that's a foul on Charlie Good there. Thought he got away with one there, did Ollie Ophie, the Stockport striker, but not when you tug a shirt and pull him down. Certainly a blatant foul there from the Stockport striker, but he pleaded his innocence nevertheless. The referee was never going to fall for that. Here comes Stevenage then down the left hand side. Nice little run down the left hand channel, and that will be a foul as well, and a free kick. So Early was charging forward, as he certainly has shown at times in this game. It's one side a free kick, so a chance for Stevenage to Stockport a little problem here. Get the ball into the box. Can they get themselves back into the game? Give themselves a little bit of an opportunity. Time is running out for them. Harvey White will take the free kick. from this left-hand side. It's a deep one towards the back post. It's headed clear, and there's a man gone down inside the box. Ball is swept back into the box, cleared away, volleyed back in, and it's deflected. Is it going to go for the corner? It is, and that will be a corner to Stevenage. Well, it came back out to Patterson, and the Scotsman struck it full pelt, Phoenix Patterson. But it was on the half volley, and it hits the Stevenage man, and it goes behind for a corner. But just before that, it looked like a Stevenage man went down in the box. Well, they'll claim for anything now, won't they? Just to get themselves that glimmer of hope. Here's James Wildin. Sweeps the ball back into the box. The ball is bouncing about. Stockport are going to let it bounce, and they're going to comfortably clear it away as well. Really good defending there. They were so calm inside their own area, and Dacres Cogley just waited for the ball to get to his right foot, and then he whacked it clear with no hesitancy at all. So great defending from the Stockport defence there, and it was just how they were so calm in possession when you would feel they'd be just wanting to get rid of it. And I suppose with the comfortable scoreline they have, maybe the thought process was that they have almost done the job required. It's here comes Stevenage now, and there is Kemp again on the ball. It's a diagonal down that right hand side, and tried to control it. James Wilden, he's got it as well. Right footed cross into the penalty area. Good header away by Wooten. Only as far. Is he going to come out to him? He tried to get the shot in there, did Kemp, but Stockport do well and block it. Well, it just wouldn't fall for Kemp there. The Stevenage number 10 twizzled and turned, did Daniel Kemp, and he just couldn't quite get his shot away. And in the end, there was enough bodies in the way to block any opportunity. And so, once again, they've done their job admirably there, Stockport. But Stevenage will keep pushing, they'll keep probing. And all it takes is just one goal, and then things might start to open up. And here is Charlie Good. He's lost possession there, though, deep inside his own half. But Stockport again, not really urgency at the moment. Go back to Uden. Here is Uden again, playing the 1-2 at the back. Here is the Stockport left back, who's had a really good game, it has to be said, in that full back position. He's got 3 assists so far this season. His last one coming in the 3-1 win over Peterborough. Stevenage now will pick up possession in the middle of the park. There is Early again. Switches play out to the left-hand side. He's knocking the ball around, trying to find a way. Here's Thompson on the ball now. Nice ball inside to White. Clips it left-footed into the penalty area. The ball is bobbling again. Stockport clear it away once more. They really are. Oh, they've given the ball away to James Wildin. He's into the penalty area. Down the right-hand side, he pulls it back. Could be a chance here. Backheel shot from Matt Phillips. And it's saved by the Stockport goalkeeper on the line. Well, that was another opportunity there for Stevenage, and Stockport, who were being so casual at the back, this time overplaying it. It was James Diamond, the Stockport substitute, on the edge of his own box. Thought he was being clever. Passed it straight into the Stevenage player. And it was a real opportunity. The ball eventually came out to Matt Phillips, who's on the right side of the area. Hits it first time on the right foot from just inside the Stockport penalty area, but it's a fine parry away by the Stevenage goalkeeper, Marshall. So, he's been another one that's been involved, but at the other end, here comes Stockport. That's better from James Diamond. That's where they want him on the ball. Towards the edge of the D now. Plays it back, shot it from Bailey. It's cleared away at the near post there. Could have gone anywhere. Here's Norwood though, recycles possession down the right hand side. Here is Bailey again on the right, trying to take on his man. Well, I think if there was a contender for player of the match, it would certainly be Odin Bailey, because whenever he's had that ball, he has tantalised that Stevenage back line. Now Stockport look ready to make a final couple of substitutions. They've already made 2, they're going to make another 2, and Stokes, who's also been pretty busy down that right hand side, is going to be coming off. And it looks to me like Mother Silly, I think. Silly's coming on. The Jamaican striker is 22 years of age. He hasn't been involved in the starting lineup or come off the bench the last 2 games, Malik Mothersill, but he'll certainly do it now. Stevenage also making a change, so we'll keep you up to date with that. So 2 changes, Fiorini and Mothersill on for Stockport, and then Stevenage making their final change as well, and it is Barali Lubala, the Congo striker, is coming on. He's yet to score a league goal for Stevenage this season. Aside from Wickham in the summer, where he got 4 league goals last season. Now the time of need would be perfect for him to get on the score sheet this evening and just give Stevenage a little bit of hope. But 10 minutes remain. You feel like it's a bit of climbing Mount Everest now, isn't it, for Stevenage? 3-0 down on aggregate, 2-0 down on the night. Stockport have certainly well and truly done the job so far. And so here is Marshall for Stevenage. He will launch it forward down the right hand channel as the visitors will refuse to give up hope here. As the ball will go out for a throw in though on this near touch line, so Stockport will take the throw. And here is Mothersill trying to hold the ball up, but in the end he's lost possession. Stevenage trying to get the ball forward. Now Stockport pick up possession, and here they come down the right hand side. The ball is punted forward there, looking for the chase of Mothersill to get on the end of it, but Stevenage will come away with the ball into the feet of, well, out to the right hand side it'll go. And here is James Wilding again, trying to get involved. Ball is swept out to that left hand side. Stockport doing the defending well again though. Very accustomed, very comfortable. And the ball will go out for a throw into Stevenage. It's level with the Stockport penalty area here. So a chance to get the ball into the box. What will they do? Instead they're going all the way back there. It'll play into Stockport's arms, that will, all day long. And then all of a sudden Stevenage have got the ball down the left hand side. The cross comes in right across the face of the goal. It's going to be collected by James Wilding. Back to Matt Phillips, who chips it back in there. It's headed clear by a Stockport head. It's still not away. Early now into the feet. Can they get a shot away? Patterson clips the ball in there, header in there. Oh, it's just over the bar. So not far away there. Well, it was a great cross in from the right hand side, and up went Daniel Kemp, but he could only loop his header over the crossbar from about 10 yards out. But it was good movement by Stevenage there. They did really well. Lovely cross from Lubala, who just come on as well. Great cross with his right foot, but he couldn't keep his header down, and the looping header goes over the bar. So Stevenage's chances go missing once more. But really, you have to say, other than one save from Matt Phillips, they haven't done enough in the final third, Stevenage, to get themselves back into this one. They have possession on the right hand side now, but Stockport again seeing true to the word. Eden just deflects the ball and wins his side a throw. So we've got 6 minutes remaining here at Ledgley Park. Stockport County are so close now. It was heartbreak in the playoffs last season for them, but it looks like it won't be this time. They're edging closer here. Here they come on the right hand side. Can they seal the approval? Right by the corner flag on the right hand side. They don't need to do that, but now they'll get the ball in low, right footed. In it goes, but Stevenage get it clear. Once again, really good play, but Stockport will come again here on the right hand side. Here is Norwood controlling the ball now. He's giving it away, and Stevenage can go on a little charge, and there's Kemp, who's probably been the shining light for Stevenage, it has to be said. Whenever he's had the ball, he has been the problem causer. Not so much in clear-cut opportunities, but so much in terms of driving with the ball and having the opportunities. As Reid has had a quiet night, it's fair to say. And so has Roberts, by all accounts. Stevenage look to those kind of players to get themselves back into it, but just hasn't been their night so far, and you feel like it won't be with just 5 minutes to go. Here's Lubala on the ball for Stevenage, plays the ball into the feet, there's the shot that comes in, and it's well wide in the end. But it was a nice bit of play, it has to be said, between the two. But in the end, the shot was fired well wide of the near post of the netting by Louis Thompson. And those Stevenage supporters, well, I think they always felt that it was going to be an uphill struggle. They got in the playoffs on the final day, beating Wigan to sneak into that 6th place, so they probably feel and it was a case of just give it their best shot, really. But Stockport could seal it here. A real chance for Mothersill. He drives into the area, and he's just lost possession. Good tracking back by Stevenage. And here they come now down the right-hand side. Here's Kemp. Kemp's going to leave it for Lubala. Lubala into Thompson. And now Stevenage will try and move through the lines if they can. Now Harvey White. Nice ball inside. Chance for the cross, is it? No, he decides to against it. Does Kemp. Puts the ball out to Reid. Reid back into the Harvey White. Now Lubala again, turning on the ball, 10 yards outside the Stockport penalty area. Stockport have got everybody back behind the ball now, just doing their jobs defensively. Here's Early, gets the low ball in, he's got a corner there. And those Stevenage supporters give a half applause there. I'm sure they'll give their side a rapturous applause at the final whistle, because as mentioned, they really probably felt that it was maybe a little bit too long in the tooth for them to get through. But of course, the playoffs, anything can happen, can't it? You feel Stockport's quality on the ball, especially in the final third, has been what's mattered over these 2 legs. And Odin Bailey gets a huge rapturous applause. The Stockport winger, he has been absolutely outstanding tonight, and rightly so. Gets a slap on the back from his manager Dave Challoner as he trods off the field, and on his place comes Anderson, the Icelandic striker who's been injured recently. He did come back for the win over Barnsley in the final game, scored as well in that. Just 20 years of age. That was his 2nd league goal of the season. But here comes Stevenage, they haven't given up the ghost. There's the low ball into the box, it's cleared away on the penalty spot. Well, they'll keep probing, they'll keep pressing. But Stockport are almost there now, and they can stick the playoff heartbreak behind them now, having lost to Leyton Orient on penalties last season. They are now within a whisker of going to Wembley Stadium here and the prospect of EFL Championship football, and they could make it more. And here down the right hand side is Mothersill, tried to slip it through there. Great run it was from him. Got to have run 30 yards there with no challenges, because Stevenage had pushed everybody up front pretty much, but he didn't deliver the final pass, and in the end Stevenage do well to get it clear. And now they'll move through again. Here is Kemp, tries to play the ball down the left hand side, cut out well by Stockport. Well, we're in the final minute here. It's whatever the stoppage time we are going to have. I can't imagine there'll be much. We haven't really had too many stoppages. It will probably just be the substitutes, really. So maybe 3 minutes, possibly. We'll have to wait and see. As Stevenage have possession now. Inside the centre circle. Moving through the lines is Harvey White. Picks out early on the left foot. There's the cross into the box. Ethan Pye sees to it. There's the volley in there. And that's well over the bar there by the man who's just come on, would you believe? The Icelandic striker, Benoni Andersson. He fired it well over the bar with his left foot. And it will be comfortable for Stockport to get ready to clear their lines. We are now in the 90 minutes, and there will be 3 minutes of stoppage time to play. Dave Challoner's side are very close now. They can smell the Wembley turf. They can sniff the playoff finally. So close now. The ball is cleared over the halfway line. Stevenage are just really a passenger at this point now. It would take an absolute miracle, wouldn't it, for them to score 3 goals in 3 minutes. It's a goal a minute, really, isn't it? It's not going to happen. And the Stockport supporters are already, I'm sure, on their phones getting ready to book their Wembley trip. But here comes Stevenage now. Reid down the right hand side tries to get the cross in, and in fact they put the ball in the net as well, but the goal is ruled out because the ball had gone out for a goal kick. So it was a nice bit of play down the right, or was it Reid was offside? I'm not so sure. Was the flag up? Let's have a look. For Reid, he actually slipped as he crossed it in with his right foot, and then it was poked home by I think it was Matt Phillips. But Stevenage supporters just having a bit of fun there, celebrating the goal. Who can blame them? Who can blame them? Well, when you travel that way, there's always something you've got to find to celebrate at. Being a football supporter, haven't you? As Stevenage have possession. Goes back to the goalkeeper now. Marshall will clear it long. The party will begin very, very shortly here in at Edgeley Park. Those Stockport supporters are all on their feet now, but here's Kemp driving forward. Oh, he won a free kick on the edge of this. Still got the ball. 2 Stockport players managed to get the ball. Chance! Oh, and the ball slammed into the goalkeeper's arms there. He holds on to it, does Ade, the Stockport keeper, but Stevenage almost getting a consolation there, because that's all it would have been, of course. And it would have been nice, wouldn't it, for those Stevenage supporters to celebrate, but that's it, is it? It is! It's all over! Stockport County are going to Wembley. They have won the League One playoff semi-final by 3-0 aggregate, 2 goals on the night. 2 first-half strikes are enough to send them to Wembley. Louis Barry and Carl Wooten are the men with the goals on the night. As for Stevenage, well, they did what they could, but in truth, Stockport's quality outshone them on the night. It's finished here at Edgeley Park. Stockport County go to Wembley. Stevenage have to do it all again in League One next season. Stockport 2, Stevenage 0. Thank you very much for listening, and a very good evening to you all. Thank you.